everybody was going because of the conflict over there, and that's so we figured that's your duty, you know. But no, most of my friends and everything, some of them joined, and I wasn't long that I was out of high school that I got drafted. I was involved in patrols and outpost duty. If you ever heard of outpost duty, we looked through scopes at enemy installations and anything new that they were putting on, and if we thought it was important, we'd call in firepower. I had a farm boy named Oliver, and when it was his turn on the scopes, he'd come in and told me I was a squad leader. And he says, Mike, he says, I want to tell you something. Them oxen that are pulling them carts of hay and that, he says, I can tell by the gait of them oxen that they're pulling more than what that looks like in that cart. So we, right away, I called back the division rear, and he sent up an inspecting general up there and his crew. And he says, well, what makes him think that? And he says, well, he's a farm boy. He knows the gait of that oxen, and they're pulling something heavy. So he said, well, they might be pulling artillery shells or whatever, because Papasan was the great big hill in front of our outpost out across the MLR. That's behind that was where they had their artillery in that. So this is what they came up with and said, well, if you see anything like this, you're allowed to call in firepower. And then we went at nighttime. And what happened out there from different things, different occasions, we took some in, we captured some, and I'll tell you, that's something that's sad, because some of these, I call them boys, I don't think some of them seen their 16th birthday. But the thing was there, now I got a picture of a Chinese interpreter we had. He says the parents sell their kids to the service because they need money. And the boy will go, he doesn't even know what he's fighting for. And that Chinese interpreter says that he had found out by, talking to these guys, they didn't know what was going on, but they knew that they had to kill somebody. Or when they were told by their senior officers, and they ate terrible. Most of these guys ate lousy. The officers ate good. I contact my wife, get me out of here, I don't want to die in this godforsaken. That was one of my experiences when I seen what we were over there to take and protect. That country was so prehistoric to me. What were we doing there losing all of our fellas, That was ridiculous. When tanks come down the side of these hills, they turn and they dig deep furrows because everything over there was dirt roads. So when I was going on this, we was going to a foot patrol, but we would get transported by a Jeep. My Jeep, being a squad leader, I had the radio on the back, radio housing. That front wheel got down into this furrow from the tank, started tipping, and I jumped. I didn't get far enough. The Jeep came over on top of me and hit me in the spine. And they never got to run that patrol that night. They had to take me back and evacuate me. Went back to Seoul, Korea, to a hospital there. And that was, I don't know how long, but they worked on my back, and they seen that I had what they call a ruptured disc in the L5 area. Well, then I had to go through therapy and all that stuff, and after therapy, I went back and they put me on light duty. Well, then I came home and I went to work, and I worked when I was in the mills. About, I guess it was 10 or 12 years, I couldn't even walk anymore. My back was so bad. So I went to Mayo Clinics with this, and then they operated on it. And I got a great big belt that I wear all the time when I'm doing anything. Frostbite was our biggest factor over there. When I landed, we had issues that we came on the ship with. We didn't get our winter gear until we got to our company. So you had every kind of stitch of clothing on you could put on, because them Korean winters were something else. Were a nightmare. It's cold. Indiana gets cold weather, but nothing like that. I've ended up over the years with neuropathy, and that's a circulation problem with the knees, with your nerves. And I've been to all different things, and I've tried every doggone compound there is. but your feet are cold all the time, and I can't stand long. My feet go numb. But I'm getting by, you know. I have a guy that came here 3 days a week. He was working on my legs. He had me go doing all kinds of different things now. And I do it all because I want to be able to at least go around without a walker, you know. And my feet are cold. I've got 3 pillows that I sleep under with my feet when I'm sleeping at night because it feels, I can feel them, they're warm. But in my mind, they're ice cold because that nerve is doing that. And now I went to see a seminar where a guy is a foot doctor, and he said that they can cut that nerve on the top, which is your main one for pain. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm kind of skeptical of that, you know. When I cut that damn nerve there, maybe I wouldn't be able to walk at all, you know. But it's upsetting, but like I say, you get by, and I've got all kinds of contraptions to try to live a normal life.